Hello, wild ones, and welcome to your mini voice activation. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Kat Martin, the founder of Wild Voices, a holistic voice and music studio that is not only backed by science and research, as well as years of study and trial and error, but also based on love and the understanding that humans learn far more effectively and quickly when they feel safe and when they do not feel like they are being judged. And I know this firsthand as I was pursuing an opera career for 10 years. If you didn't know, the classical music world is fraught with judgment, criticism, and perfectionism. But apart from that, I was also bullied in grade school and junior high, so much so that I stopped singing until I was 22 years old. And even then, when I was pursuing an opera career, I was still dealing with the trauma, which greatly impacted my ability to figure out how to sing and how to sing effectively and healthily and with joy, honestly. With all that being said, let's get into our mini voice activation. But firstly, what I wanted to say about this video is that the point today is to demystify singing and all healthy communication, actually. What I wanted to say about that is if you were born with healthy, functioning vocal cords, you were born with the incredible ability to sing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just that our current culture has so created this divide between singers and non-singers, and we have really overcomplicated it, like we have many things. But really, the act of singing is fairly simple. So I wanted to talk today about the 4 key elements. There are different pieces to this puzzle, but there are 4 key elements to healthy singing and healthy communication overall. Number 1, knowing your instrument. And yes, it is an instrument. I was singing opera for 8 years before I ever saw a video of my vocal cords, let alone any vocal cords, and what they looked like when they were phonating. Which, by the way, phonation is the production of sound through the vocal cords. But knowing your instrument, how it works, what's going on in there, how to make it work, all will help you to sing better and in general to speak better and have a better, healthier, more effective speaking and singing voice. Every other musician knows what their instrument looks like, how to take good care of it, how it operates. Singing is no different. So I encourage you to do some research on the anatomy of your voice. You can go watch YouTube videos of vocal cords, go see an ear, nose, and throat doctor, see your own vocal cords at work. And I also offer plenty of free content. I deeply discuss anatomy of the voice in my one-on-one sessions, my group classes, and my workshops. So plenty of resources for that. And speaking of anatomy, we come to number 2, which is breathing, specifically diaphragmatic breath, which essentially means deep breathing. So many of us are walking around with absolutely dysregulated nervous systems. Hello, that was me for like 14 years of my adult life. That not only negatively impacts all of our life, but it definitely negatively impacts our breathing. So many of us are mouth breathers, many of us are shallow or chest breathing. And what I always like to say to my students is that the type of breath you take determines the type of sound that you make. If you are taking shallow, restricted breaths, your sound is going to be shallow and restricted, and that's going to negatively impact your voice. So how about today we practice a diaphragmatic breath. Diaphragm is this amazing muscle that all singers should know about, and all humans, I believe, and it separates essentially our lower abdomen from our upper abdomen, and it plays a big role in singing and speaking. So what we're going to do today, I would like for you to envision your lungs. Where are they in your body? If you were to close your eyes, could you see where your lungs are located in your body? We're going to close our eyes together. And what we're going to do is we're going to blow out all our air. Then we're going to inhale through our nose. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to see your lungs expanding in a 360 degrees. So forward, to the sides, to the back, going down, which is encouraging the diaphragm to move down, and even up a little bit. So just a little bit of a raise, like as if there's a string connected to your chest. Not like Not raising the shoulders or anything, but just a little bit of a lift. So this 360 expansion of the lungs. Let's try that together. First, close your eyes. Blow out all your air. Slowly inhale through your nose, imagining the lungs expanding 360 degrees. Hold it at the top for a moment. And slowly exhale for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do that one more time together. So remember, we're going to inhale, seeing the lungs expand in 360 degrees as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to see the lungs deflating or contracting as they come back in as we exhale. So blow out all your air. Inhale slowly, close your eyes, see your lungs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it at the top. Take in another little sip of air through the nose. Hold. Slowly exhale, seeing your lungs contract for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. Hold, hold. Good. And let that go. Throughout the day, I encourage you to practice that breath again. This is a breath that I work on with all of my students. It's a breath that I work on with myself, and so many more breath exercises to try if you ever want to try. But this is a really good one to start with. So that was number 2 was breath. Number 3, projection, and not the unhealthy kind that everybody talks about on social media. Projection is when we effectively employ our resonance chambers. And yes, in our body, we have multiple resonance chambers, one of them being our skull. And when we know how to send our air or our sound, we are maximizing these resonance chambers, which are like a speaker system. By the way, that is how opera singers are able to sing without a microphone. They are maximizing the resonance chambers. So, one of the best ways to effectively maximize your ability to project is to imagine sending the sound to your hard palate. Where is your hard palate, by the way? Take your thumb, your clean thumb, and put it right behind your top teeth. That is your hard palate. So the more that we send our sound to the hard palate, the more that we are able to maximize our resonating chamber. A lot of times in the singing world, they'll call it the mask. Some voice teachers don't like to call it that. I don't really care. I care more about what you're feeling and if you're getting results. We are going to hum together. So not a lazy hum, that's cotton throat hum, but I want you to imagine sending it up and out into the hard palate. So it's a very active hum, which uses these powerful singing muscles, by the way, and it's more like hum, sending it right out there. So let's try it together. Blow out all your air. Inhale, seeing those lungs expand. And hum. Hum. How did that feel? I hope that felt really yummy and juicy. Now we're going to take it a step further. We're going to start with a hum, but we are going to open our mouth into a pure ah. So it would be like an A-H, ah, not a lazy but an ah. So if I were to say like mama, mama, you see a little bit of teeth there, or pretend like you're Italian, mamma mia. Well, that sure is projection right there. So ah, so we're going to go from hum, ah, and when you open your mouth, I want you to imagine that those AHs, those ah, going to your hard palate. So I don't drop my energy. I'm not going to go hum, ah, which dropped my energy. I'm no longer using my body. Instead, hum, ah, still active. Let's try it together. Blow out all your air. Inhale through your nose into those lungs. and hum. I am driving that sound to you. Anyways, that was number 3. Number 4. Honestly, it was the last thing that I learned, which I wish it was the first thing. And it is the most important thing to healthy, resonant, confident singing, speaking, any type of communication. Regulating your nervous system. And this is what we all should, if you haven't heard about this yet, then I don't know what you've been doing, but this is a key to healthy living in general, but particularly with any type of art form, and especially with singing and communicating. So let me tell you why it's so important. I was learning how to sing in my 20s with a completely dysregulated nervous system. It affected my ability to take information in. So it was slowing down my process of learning because I was not present in my lessons, in my studies, when I was practicing. And I was not able to shut out the negative criticism in my head, and I was not able to receive information. So I am able to learn and take information in at a much, much faster rate now that I am regulated and I am able to be present than before. So that's one very important factor of regulating your nervous system. But also, not only does it impact our ability to audition better, but my performances went from to astronomically better because I am able to be present in that moment, as well as sing far more effectively because, again, what did I say with number 1 with breathing? A dysregulated nervous system negatively impacts your breath, which negatively impacts your voice. So I was trying to sing while dysregulated with crazy nerves, and my voice was wobbly. I couldn't have this healthy, resonant, powerful voice. So everything else is important, but without a regulated nervous system, it will be really hard to ever become the singer, the speaker, the public speaker, the communicator of your dreams. So definitely get out there, start regulating your nervous system. This is something that I work with all my students, my private students, in my classes, my workshops. Number 1, most important, foundational key piece. As your mini voice activation today, I really just wanted to give you some of the most important aspects to singing. And I wanted to encourage you that if that has always been your dream, I truly do believe it for you. I do believe that you can sing, that you can perform, if that's in your dreams, if you want to be a public speaker, if you just want to be able to communicate better and more effectively and be able to speak your truth and speak up for yourself and speak up for others, because that is so important, more now than ever before. I truly hope this helped you today. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Find me on my website, wildvoices.com. Find me on my Instagram or my TikTok. And if you're interested in learning more, you could do a free trial consult with me today. I have group classes and workshops, and I just live for demystifying singing and to help as many people find their true voice as humanly possible. Anyways, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.